is to work with Liberty Mutual Insurance Corporation?
After May, I want to do the Peru trip with Professor Barlow, and I also am doing an internship at GE.
After school, I'm going to be working at Bank of America at Chicago location, downtown.
After graduation in May, I'm going to be going to Boeing in St. Louis, Missouri.
Get out of here, Boeing.
Yep, Boeing.
Okay. Awesome. Now, what specific job, or what's your job?
I'm part of their IT development program, so I get to spend 3 years rotating through 3 of 4 different positions.
All over the world, probably.
They're gonna try and keep me there, or keep me in St. Louis, but potentially.
Where I'm heading after school next May, I'll be heading to the Microsoft Corporation in Redmond, Washington.
Next May, I am hoping to go to Peru for the study abroad for the first month of May, and then following that, I'm going to intern with USAA.
I'll be going to Bank of America as a management of wealth management director.
So just this Monday, I got my offer from Cisco, so I will be heading to California, San Jose.
San Jose?
Mm-hmm.
Headquarters, right?
Uh-huh.
The skills I learned here at Purdue that would probably set me above would probably be the project management, just being able to work with multiple people, working on different teams, working with different people of different backgrounds, and being able to complete like projects on time and then do the lab reports behind them. And it's kind of interesting to see how people interact together, and then just keep doing that every semester. And so going to internships during the summer is really easy to just flow into any team and any environment.
Probably all the teamwork that we have between labs and even just classes without labs, learning how to work with other people, because some of the team interviews that we'd go into, some people clearly had no idea how to interact with other people and try and work together to solve a problem. They viewed it as a competition, so when you can see it as something collaborative, I think that makes Purdue students stand out.
But really, I think, in terms of not only like the technical skills you gain from all the classes, but kind of in Purdue in general, just through like organizations and stuff, I've kind of gained like a lot of leadership and like those qualities, along with like communication and sociability. I feel like that's definitely key in terms of.
So communicate, yes.
Besides just grades that I've obtained and the skills that through classes, like I said, just like talking, like it really helps. The one-on-one interview is so important in terms of how you seal the deal. And the good thing about some of the classes are, you have one-on-one. A lot of the CIT classes, they're a lot smaller than other classes. Right. And that gives you a really good perspective of how you can talk to a professor one-on-one, which essentially, the professor knows just as much as the person you're going to be talking to, if not more, in the job, the workforce. So whenever you're talking to them about technical, stuff, you can talk to the same exact scenario, but, for a job. And so it's a lot. That's one of the main things I really do like about the CIT major, is the classes are a lot smaller that give you a more personal relationship with the professor, which allows you to gain that communication skill, with the technical background. And at the same time, you can transfer that over to the workforce. So
I would say the ability to teach myself by Googling things. I would say that that's the most important, but also a strong sense of leadership, knowing when you have to get things done.
I would say the team aspect that CIT brings to it, as far as working with others and getting to know people and really branching out, the network aspect of it, and then also the student organizations within CNIT really helped a lot. Being the treasurer and chair of AITP for the computer roundtable was very, very crucial in where I ended up.
If I had to pick one, I would say troubleshooting, because CIT taught us a lot about troubleshooting ourselves and just not really relying on like other people. It's like step-by-step direction. We can find our answers ourselves and kind of like solve all the problems we come across.
Instead of like a number one, it's more like the whole package of database, systems analysis and design, application development, and project management, just being given an entire view of everything instead of being limited to one single area. Loved the 80s classes, just everything. It helped us in the NCC competitions, helped us win those, even throughout the work, just how to do each phase within a life cycle. Well, I actually interned with students from like 10 different universities within the team I was working in, and I thought I definitely had an upper hand compared to all of them, because I don't think any of them covered any of the stuff that we do in the 80s classes.
Okay. The two skills that I think that I've gotten from CIT has been problem solving and my communication skills.
In the area, it was above.
Okay.
Yes, very good.
Above or below or
Above,
average?
yeah.
Above.
I'd say it's well above the area.
Well above then. Okay.
The area, at least.
It was very competitive for the area. It was quite high compared to other people's offers, but the Seattle Sound area is a pretty high
Right.
place to live.
Because of all the technology companies that are there.
Yeah, there's Boeing, there's Amazon, there's Yahoo and Facebook, and so the salaries are pretty competitive, ranging from anywhere from like the mid 80s to high hundreds.
Yes, actually way above.
Way above.
Yes.
I feel that I'm definitely well prepared to meet the requirements of the job that I'll be taking. I think mostly it has to do with the acceptance that things are going to change, and I think I'm prepared to change with them and learn as things go.
I think so.
Okay. Well, why?
Just all the skills I've picked up from CIT, technical, non-technical.
I do think I'll have the requirements for the job, and my success is really going to be dependent on the skills that I've learned here, and I think that I've harnessed those well enough that I will be successful.
Yeah, I would reach more for the 280. I think that really brought it all together as far as really starting to get into the meat of it, systems analysis and doing the bigger assignments that went with it.
Right. So decomposing system.
I do. I'm going into project management right now. I'm taking 480. And I think that's really helping a lot as far as really being able to apply it to what I learned over the summer as well, doing kind of a mirror between systems integration and then also project management.
I feel very well prepared for the job. There's different areas that I have less skills in, such as programming and stuff like that. But for the most part, the research that we've done here and then the coursework and labs that we have done have made me able to research stuff and find stuff out on my own way faster than I could with most other companies.
Yes, and once again, because of the same reasons I described for the previous question, which was that CIT really prepares you for the overall information system, as you know, the track is. It includes every aspect, so you're not limited to one specific area, or within that bubble, you get like a holistic view.
If I could make any changes to the CNIT curricula, I would remove some of the physics or mathematical courses and maybe add some more networking faculty so we could take advantage of all the high-level courses that are hard to take.
See, physics and I just didn't get along, and that was just something that I haven't really used anything from physics outside of the second physics class, so it seemed a little pointless.
I noticed between IS and NET, there's a physics in between that, and I don't really know yet what the purpose of that is essentially going to be in the long run. And I noticed there's a lot more technical classes, I think, in NET than there is IS. And I don't really know why or like what makes either, happen to be that way, but I guess I'll figure it out as we go along, so.
I would suggest more availability of different project management courses maybe, depending on if that, because really our program, I've heard it from a lot of other companies that we're the only ones that offer a specific project management course for IT in undergrad. And so I think if there were more of those types of courses, I think that would really help as well. I think just like levels maybe.
So maybe like healthcare.
Yeah, well, and then also like you have your basic 480 course, and then maybe have an advanced
480.
Yeah.
I would say just kind of like advanced networking courses. There are some courses that are only taught in like a semester basis, and some of the student doesn't like get a chance of it. So I would say if there's, for example, like wireless, advanced wireless, that's offered only like every other semester. Maybe have like a course that is kind of in line with it, but it's not really the same topic. That way, if they don't get to take one, they can take like another.
I think that we should have maybe a club or group, not besides AITP, because I know that's already one, but something that's more informal for just people to collectively share ideas about classes in our major.
Probably my recommendation for the CIT program would probably be have more women in the program. Always a must. Be more diverse, and we are trying to make efforts, and that's pretty cool. With a Wow and Do It program, and then but for the classes, I would say that just offer more selectives and have teachers that are comfortable teaching 3 or 4 students per class. I know it's kind of hard because in the net side, we don't fill up a whole classroom, so they just drop the program in that class. And I wish that 3 or 4 students might get a better learning experience by just having that one professor.
I would definitely put more focus on programming, because for software developing positions, they expect you to know a lot of data structures, algorithms, which is primarily what CS people do, but touching on those, because right now we don't do it at all. So touching on data structures or having a class that's completely dedicated to it would be fantastic.